this is a historical event. It's no question that the decision is taken. It's taken a very long time. The Germans normally start a discussion by saying, no, it can't happen. And they discuss things forever. And then they finally make a decision. And they've now made a decision, a huge decision, a historical shift in policy that we haven't seen perhaps since the decision for purging nuclear weapons to be deployed in 1983 that eventually led to the end of the Cold War. So we're in a very new field here, and they're addressing all three parts of the national security strategy that the previous government tried to talk about. There are three dependencies on China markets, on Russian energy, and on the United States security guarantee. They're addressing all of those issues.
Ambassador, I, like everybody, see how NATO has protected the Western world since 1945, but it's done it with the US stunning leadership from the United States, and I think everyone in Europe is stunningly thankful of that. President Trump was right in 2018 when he lambasted Europeans for not spending enough. My fear now, though, is that this rearmament in Europe is going to be done independently of NATO, of the United States. I think it's a great shame personally that it won't be done with NATO potentially as it stands now. Do you fear, like I do, that the US will pull out from Europe?
I don't think the United States will pull out from Europe. And the United States has a very strong interest in being a European power. There's no question about that. That is to say, preventing a war in Europe is very much still a very American interest. But however, what you have now is a question of trust. And the latest poll that you've, I'm sure, seen shows that the public in Germany thinks that the United States is not a trustworthy partner. In fact, the polling shows that only 16% of Germans think that America is a trustworthy partner. And that leads into, of course, the question of the Europeans having to do what they should have been doing for the last 30 years and maintaining and building their own independent capabilities, military capabilities, to work with Europe and the United States. So we'll see. I don't know. You have a very important shift here, and whether there's a future for the transatlantic relationship, I certainly hope so. But it has to be rebuilt for that level of trust, and the trust is what's happening here.